So the Cleveland Cavaliers finally did what they had to do on the road, stealing Game 3 and basically saving their season. I think everything just came back to reality in this game, because when you look at things for how they are and you take a step back, this series easily could be 2-1 Cavs or even 3-0 Cavs. Games 1 and Games 2 were just anomalies. It was totally unfortunate. It was crazy what happened, and I think we had Pacers fans feeling all sorts of unnecessary confidence and cockiness because they are just obnoxious. Like, I know all NBA fans are kind of obnoxious in the playoffs, even Cleveland fans, I'll admit that, but man, the Pacers are just another level. It's like they cry about everything. Like, Benedict would like full extend push Jared Allen to the ground. They would commit flagrant fouls and they would boo. It was just ridiculous. Like, I thought this was a pretty evenly reffed game for once, because what makes it even worse is that Pacers fans are so hypocritical because they won Game 2 because of a missed lane violation. Obviously, it was Cleveland's fault that they blew the lead. I'm not denying that. But there was a clear missed lane violation that led to that Haliburton game-winning 3. And then in Game 3, they just cry about all these ticky-tack fouls when Mathurin is shoving guys to the ground. It just makes no sense. I didn't realize the Pacers and their fans were so obnoxious, but they are just an obnoxious and dirty team. Obi Toppin shoved Donovan Mitchell while he was mid-flight. I can't wait for the Cavs to win this series or 6 to 7 games. The Pacers are just obnoxious and annoying. Like, we finally got to see a healthy Cavs team, and what do the Pacers do when they're down by 20 with 2 minutes left? They put in James Johnson. They put in the guys that are going to get excessively physical. I would have loved for Kenny Atkinson to match that by putting in Tristan Thompson, but nonetheless, none of that matters. The Cavs got a huge win. I was nervous in the third and early fourth quarter. I thought the Cavs were going to blow it. It really just felt like PTSD. It was to the point where I was biting my nails, but Donovan Mitchell stepped up, as the ESPN announcer said he would. They said he was the only one that wasn't going to be phased, and they were right. And Donovan is averaging 40 points per game this series. It is nuts, man. And I think the momentum just completely shifted. Obviously, Game 4 is going to be a challenge, but if the Cavs can win Game 4, I think the series is over. I think that's pretty obvious. And the Cavs made quite the statement tonight because Pacers fans are shook. Just scroll on Twitter, man. They don't know how to deal with this. This is a brand new series. It's anyone's to win, and the Cavs are healthy, and they showed that they are miles better of a team. They're so much deeper, and even Darius Garland on a bum toe, he showed up, and he was huge in this game just in terms of being able to take care of the ball and taking some of that responsibility away from Donovan Mitchell. It just helped him so much with fatigue, stamina, all that kind of stuff. I loved how Max Strus played. He was a dog. If I was to play in a street ball game, Max Strus would be my first pick because he makes the hustle plays, he gets the rebounds, and then he knocks down big shots as well. And the thing that I'm just thinking right now is, man, if Ty Jerome could just show up even like 10%, this team would be unstoppable. They're going to win the finals if Ty Jerome can play even just a little bit semi-decent. Like, right now, I think I could outshoot him. He's just in his own head. I get it. It's just part of sports. Sometimes you go on those streaks where you just can't find it to save your life. But right now, Ty Jerome has been a liability. He's been borderline unplayable. I think he's 2 for 21 over the last 2 games. It's been hard to watch, and it sucks because I know Ty Jerome's capable, and that's what almost makes it worse, is that in his head, he's still super confident, and that just makes him aggressive, and it's costing the Cavs right now because every time he checks into the game, the Pacers go on a run. And that's why in Game 4, I think Ty Jerome should probably only play like 5 to 10 minutes unless he like right out of the gate is hitting threes or something and is getting back on track. I would wait till Game 5 when the Cavs are back in Cleveland to give him another chance, because even when he's playing bad, the Cavs are deep enough that they can make up for it, but he just needs to kind of be kept in check. He can't take 10 shots if he's only going to make 1, and I think Ty's smart enough to know that. I think he just thought he was going to be able to shoot himself out of the slump. Obviously, that hasn't been the case, but now he just needs to become a distributor. He needs to get the ball to Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland when he can, but I think he's kind of thrown off Evan Mobley and Jared Allen because since he's so cold, he's been passing up floaters, and since all season long he was shooting those floaters, now when he passes it inside to Allen and Mobley, they're not ready for the ball and they fumble it, and it ends up being a turnover. That's one takeaway I had from this game, even though the Cavs won. That's definitely one negative that I think can be cleaned up. Now that I think about it more, even though the Cavs did win by 20 points, there was a lot they can clean up going into Game 4. First, it's just stating the obvious. They need to make their free throws. Donovan Mitchell has been off at the free throw line. Really, everyone has been. I gotta check what the final numbers were. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I'm looking at the stats right now. So, Mobley missed 1. Allen missed 1. Don missed 4. So that's 6, 7, 8. We missed 9 free throws tonight. Like, that's huge in a playoff game. In reality, you only want to miss like 2 or 3. The Pacers are a good free throw shooting team. They don't leave points up for grab, and that's another thing that bit the Cavs in the butt in game 2 was their inability to knock down free throws and also boxing out on free throws. I don't know what it is. Kenny Atkinson needs to get on these guys about it. They need to practice it or run things through again, because the Cavs are like the worst boxing out team I've ever seen on free throws in history. Once again, the Pacers had a putback for no reason. It shouldn't have happened. It's unacceptable, especially as the Cavs get into these bigger and more important games down the line. And I mean, game 4 is a must-win game. The season's still over if the Pacers win. So the Cavs need to do the little things. They need to show up, because game 4 is not going to be easy. I know the Cavs made a statement tonight, but game 4, I think the Pacers are going to be fighting for their lives, because I think game 4, the winner of game 4 wins the series, and the Pacers know that. They're going to be fighting for their lives. The Cavs are going to be fighting for their lives. It's going to be a scrappy game. Hopefully there's a little bit of basketball played. It's not just like football, because it gets annoying when the Pacers are committing flagrant fouls, shoving Donovan Mitchell in the air, and just complaining about everything. It's unbearable, and I know I'm going to piss off the 3 Pacers fans that watch this video, and they're probably going to comment, so please make sure to ratio them. I know I'm showing a lot of bias. Usually I like to remain a little bit professional in these videos, but I was so pumped about that win, and I just love beating the Pacers. I didn't realize they were so annoying, but great win by the Cavs. Let's look at some of the numbers. So Darius Garland played 24 minutes. I thought that Kenny Atkinson did a good job managing his minutes, because he got into foul trouble early and he's coming off that injury. 25 is fine for right now. He had 10 points and was 3 of 11, but he hit a big momentum changing 3. I think it was in the 3rd quarter. He was plus 10 in terms of plus minus. Now, that foul that he committed, that was stupid. His 4th foul where he just shoved the guy, I don't know what he was thinking. I am mad that the ref called that, because players do that all the time, and the ESPN announcers were talking about that, but still, you got to know when you have 3 fouls. Like, you're costing the team. You can't do that. Could you imagine if that game would have actually came down to like 5 points or something down the stretch and Garland was off the floor because of something stupid like that, and the Cavs season just ended because of that? That would have been unforgivable. So Garland's got to be better. He's no longer a rookie. He's borderline a vet. He needs to make better decisions. Evan Mobley was fantastic in this game from almost every aspect. He played 35 minutes. He had 18 points with 13 rebounds, so a double-double with 4 assists, and then he had 3 steals and 3 blocks defensively, showcasing why he was named Defensive Player of the Year, and he was plus 26 in those 35 minutes. Jared Allen, I thought he was huge. He really matched the physicality of the Pacers, because, like I said, they were playing dirty. They were shoving him to the floor. There was nothing he could do at times, and sometimes it feels like the refs just don't see it, because he really does get shoved around, and that's a problem that I have. Is people call the Cavs soft, and sometimes they are. They're snowflakes. Like, I have to admit that. You can't say they're not. But then they will match the physicality, and they get called for these ticky-tack fouls, like the one out of bounds call when they flag Sam Merrill for like barely grazing Obi Toppin's arm. Like, are you kidding me? That stuff is ridiculous. But yeah, Max Strus, he played 33 minutes, had 20 points with 7 rebounds and 7 assists. You can argue he was the player of the game. He was 8 of 12 from the field, a big 4 of 8 from behind the arc. He was plus 32 and plus minus. Well, I can't say he's player of the game, because Donovan freaking Mitchell had 43 points and 9 rebounds and 5 assists. He absolutely took over. He controlled the pace and took command of this game. He was plus 35 and plus minus. And then in terms of bench scoring, DeAndre Hunter had 8, but really nobody did anything. And I'm completely fine with that, because all series long, all playoffs long, I've been begging Kenny Atkinson to just ride with the starters like the Knicks do. We're a deep team, so if worse ever comes to worse, you can always sub in that bench and they can try to be productive. But I have nothing against the starters playing over 35 to 38 minutes a game. There's nothing wrong with that. It's the freaking playoffs. Play your best players. I love the mindset tonight. Donovan Mitchell needs to average 40 minutes a game for the rest of the playoffs. He's that good. Looking at the other side of things and what the Cavs did defensively, the big thing that stands out is overrated Tyrese Haliburton playing 30 minutes and scoring 4 points, being 2 of 8 from the field and negative 20 in terms of plus minus. I mean, if the Cavs can hold him to that, they're going to win every game the rest of this series. It's going to be Cavs in 6. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. I'm going to stop yapping. I know a lot of bias just came out there, but I'm just absolutely pumped the Cavs got this win, because I think they made a statement. I think Pacers fans are in shambles right now, and the Cavs are going to go out, and then the series is wraps from there. But I don't want to be too confident and cocky. Let's take this one game at a time. There is still a long way to go. Here's what Kenny Atkinson and some of the guys had to say in their post-game presser following this win.
It's just we're a different team, right? And having another ball handler out there. I know DG's obviously he's playing through some stuff, but just that our ability to get the ball over half court. Game 2 we lost in Cleveland because we really struggle with their pressure. So
response, understand that It's hard to blow a team out by 20 in their place. We saw that last game, even in our place. It's hard to be up 20. It's hard to keep a lead. It's just hard in this league.
That's really all I got for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point. And if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. We just hit 50K. Thank you all so much for that. We're now on the road to 60K. Make sure to let me know what you would like to see next. And until then, I will see you all later.